Almost every man at some point in his life falls into the same invisible trap. The worst part is that most don't even realize it's happening until it's already too late. What breaks relationships isn't age itself. It's something far more subtle and dangerous. Have you ever wondered why some men in their 40s or 50s still come across as confident, attractive, and emotionally engaging, while others slowly fade into the background? It's not about money, looks, or luck. It comes down to psychology, and very few people explain it clearly. If you don't understand this, you can lose meaningful connections without ever realizing what went wrong. As men grow older, many assume they should have everything under control. More logic, more stability, more certainty. But often the opposite happens. They become more closed off, more rigid, and harder to connect with on an emotional level. And that's exactly what kills attraction. Because a woman doesn't connect with your experience. She connects with how she feels when she's around you. You can have a perfectly organized life, but if you don't create emotional depth, there will be no real connection. This is where most men fail. They start believing that maturity means emotional distance or coldness. Over time they stop taking risks. They stop showing who they truly are. They stop feeling deeply and instead focus on protecting themselves. It may seem logical, especially after past disappointments, but it's a serious mistake. Emotional connection doesn't come from control. It comes from vulnerability. And vulnerability is not weakness. It's the ability to express your emotions, to be present, and to engage without hiding behind a mask. Yet many men move in the opposite direction. They become predictable, distant, and difficult to read, which slowly creates disconnection. There's something most people never talk about. Love doesn't maintain itself. It has to be built continuously. Many men reach a point where they think, "I've done enough. I don't need to prove anything anymore." And that's when things start to fall apart. They stop paying attention to the small details. They stop truly listening. They stop being present. And without realizing it, the relationship begins to cool. Not suddenly, but gradually, like a flame slowly fading out. By the time they notice, the emotional distance is already too great. Attraction in long-term relationships isn't about impressing someone. It's about making them feel understood, safe, connected, and emotionally alive. Because when emotions disappear, relationships turn into routine, and routine eventually kills desire. This is why some older men seem to achieve what others can't. They remain interesting. They remain desired. Not because they're perfect, but because they continue to create real, genuine emotions. It's not about the exact words you say. It's about the feelings you create in another person. Your energy, your presence, your ability to listen. These are what truly matter. A man who understands this doesn't need to try too hard to impress. His presence alone communicates confidence without arrogance, interest without desperation, and calmness without emotional coldness. And that's rare, which is why he stands out. The biggest mistake men make as they age is that they stop growing emotionally. They grow in their careers, financially, and in life experience, but not in love. And relationships are not sustained by logic. They are sustained by connection. If you're not developing in that area, everything else slowly loses its value. The truth is simple but not easy to accept. Your age does not define your worth in relationships. Your ability to connect does. And that's something you can learn, practice, and improve over time. If you truly understand this, you won't just improve your relationships. You'll completely change how people experience you. The reality is, most people never figure this out. But now you have the awareness.